let's go. Golden Hour. So Golden Hour happened the other day. Golden Hour episode dropped the other day, and I've plucked some clips. I've plucked some clips for you, lovely people. First clip we're going to play is the Golden Hour guys reacting to the Akaash Singh and his wife drama, right? I'm sure you guys are bored of it still, but it'll be interesting to hear what Chris D'Elia, Erik Griffin and Brendan Schaub have to say about Akaash Singh's wife, you know, being a little bit expressive on the old social media and maybe or maybe not embarrassing Akaash. So let's see what they have to say. And I think this was filmed before the episode they did with, you know, on Flagrant, blah, 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 blah. So let's just play this first. Golden Hour, latest episode. Let's play them responding to the whole Akaash Singh drama.
What's going on with this guy? I keep seeing clips. I don't click on him.
With Akaash?
Well, yeah, well, I don't know. Is that his name?
We should watch it.
What?
Oh, man.
Akaash? What? Hey, why does he pronounce Akaash's name like that, brother? With Akaash?
What's going on with this guy? I keep seeing clips. I don't click on him.
With
Akaash? Akaash? Also, why is Chris D'Elia acting like he didn't watch any of the videos? This is a common thing with comedians, by the way. Why do they all act like they're unaware of what's going on? You watched the video. There's no way you could have been on social media and not seen one video of Akaash Singh and clicked on it and just seen what the deal was. You didn't need to watch the whole thing, but I refuse to believe Chris D'Elia has no idea what's going on with Akaash Singh. You know what's going on. You're just feigning ignorance.
Well, yeah, well, I don't know. Is that his name?
We should watch it.
What?
Oh, man. Nick, I'll let you dive into this one.
I keep seeing this guy's face.
Who is it?
Akaash Singh.
I can't zoom, but you see Erik Griffin there. Can you zoom on? I don't think you can zoom on VLC, can you? Can you zoom? Can I zoom on VLC? Crop aspect? No, I can't zoom. But yeah, do you see? Look at that. Look at. Can I not? What happens if I do that? Oh, just yeah. Ew. Look at him there. Look at him in the corner right there.
I keep seeing this guy's face.
Who is it?
I'd love to get Eric's take on this.
He's the guy from Flagrant.
Yeah. So
What happened with him?
he got in a beef with the guys from Fresh and Fit.
What's that?
Huge.
God, I'm so fucking out of it.
Huge red pill. Their tagline is from simps to pimps, and they're black guys, and they just have thoughts on. They're like, you're a whore.
Oh, okay.
Is it important that they're black guys though? Nick, is it really important that they're black guys? They're black guys, they have fats on there. Like, is it really important that it's black guys? Really? Does that really give you a description of the show? Or could you just tell it's a red pill show? Fucking hell, Nick. Black guys. Okay.
But they've got a huge following as like men's influencers.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Hard pill, right? Whatever.
Red pill, yeah. yeah.
No, there's another
Red pill.
one.
Hard pill.
Black
Let's
pill.
talk about a
I don't
dick
know.
thing.
No, you're
So
right.
here's the thing, Eric. Akaash, from my understanding, again.
Akaash. Why does he pronounce his name like that?
From my understanding, again, I'm old as fuck too, but from my understanding, Akaash, from my
Hard pill.
Black
thing.
No, you're
so
right.
here's the thing, Eric. Akaash, from
Red pill, yeah. yeah.
No, there's another.
old as fuck too, but from my
Hard pill.
Black
Let's
pill.
talk about
I
a
don't
dick
know.
thing.
No, you're
so
right.
here's the thing, Eric. Akaash, from my understanding, again, I'm old as fuck.
No, there's another
Red pill.
one.
Hard pill.
Black
Let's talk about
Here's the thing, Eric. Akaash, from my understanding, again, I'm old as fuck too, but from my understanding, Akaash is on record saying he married his wife. They're both virgins. That's why he married her. He can only date. He only dates other brown people, and he would never date someone who's promiscuous. And then this dude, because they were having a fight, he brought up old clips on her on a podcast saying, I used to pop my pussy for the frat boys, and she likes threesomes and orgies. So it's this whole thing, man.
Oh, really? Wow.
Well, the internet is big on hypocrisy.
Yeah, but
You know, that's all this.
The internet is big on hypocrisy, or humans are big on hypocrisy, or it shouldn't be encouraged in the first place. The internet. Yo, big up Gitsy, big up Gitsy.
They pretend not to know to seem cool and respond in a genuine response, off the cuff and hyper intelligent with a dash of comedic genius. Also Akaash.
Akaash. I love that. Also Akaash. Yeah, okay, cool, but it's just infuriating to me. I hate it. I hate the whole like not pretending like you don't know what's going on. You know what's going on. Shut the fuck up. It fucking drives me nuts. Anyway, big up Gitsy.
I mean, this is one of these things where it's like, you know, you don't say something and then not expect, and then if people find out that something is not true, now you're going to get roasted.
Here's
for
my
it.
thing. I know Akaash. I like Akaash. Here's my thing, though. If this is true, and clearly, unless it's AI, she did say all this stuff, and she's a gorgeous girl. Just take it. And everyone wants to hate on Akaash. Imagine how he feels right now, dude. It's so fucked up.
Oh,
to find out this
Akaash hated
way.
on me.
Did he?
Yeah.
It's so funny
You're
you
gonna
say that.
love this.
I don't know what this is. Yeah. So I don't care.
It's an absolute one of the biggest murders I've ever seen.
I mean,
on the
he
internet.
does he seem like a nice guy? I don't know, but I know he's talked shit about me. So
What did he say though? What did Akaash say about Crystalia? Let's find this out. I'm curious to see what Akaash Singh has ever said about Crystalia. He hated on me. Well, because you touched up kids and you got cancelled. Let's see. What did Akaash say about Crystalia? There's no clip here of him saying specifically anything about Chris. I'm assuming it's probably one of these two episodes, right? It's probably one of these two clips right here. Let's see what Akaash said about Crystalia. Let's go to the latest one. Let's go to this one. Let's go to the 5 years ago.
Everybody, Patreon family, asshole army in the building. Schulte here. Akaash Singh.
Fucking hell. Akaash got legs of a little child, isn't it? Akaash got the legs of a 12-year-old boy. No wonder his wife doesn't respect him. He's got the legs of a 12-year-old boy, literally. Not a single hair on those legs, not a single scratch. Like, Jesus Christ, he's got the legs of a literal 11-year-old. Fucking hell. Up above is like a adult male. Down below, small child. Up above, adult male. Down below, small child. Even the socks, like the little off-white socks, you know. Big up Aho Joe.
As an Indian actually named, and spelled correctly, Akaash, he says it wrong. WHOTF is Akaash.
This is Akaash. Akaash. Oh, big up Ayo Hojo. Big up Ayo Hojo. I want to hear what he said about Crystalia.
Alex Media, Mark Gagnon.
Oh, he's got the nice Saint Laurents. Oh no, they're the band ones, right? Are they Saint Laurents or are they the band ones? I don't know.
I mean,
Oh no, they're the band ones.
out here defending pedophiles and shit. You know what I'm saying? Not pedophiles. That's a crazy word to put on anybody. That's a crazy word, but
out of the gate. No wonder Chris doesn't like Akaash, but Andrew Schultz said pedophile, not Akaash. Jesus, out of the gate.
Not pedophiles.
my motherfucker cutting it close. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know them races where like that the 100-meter dash, some shit where the guy leans, like he leans his chest forward so he can cross the finish line first.
That's a photo
That's
finish.
Dalia at your 18th birthday.
That's what he has girls doing pictures so they can pretend they got titties. Just lean your chest forward, make it look like you're 2 years older than you are.
Real talk. The second a bitch takes a breath for her 18th birthday candles, the second he hears it just go, he's right in there. Like, hey, how you doing?
Make a wish. No, I'm right here. Don't worry about it.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Yo, don't you got a joke? He be fucking
He comes in like Kramer on their 18th birthday. He comes in like Kramer on their 18th birthday.
So far, the people that said the worst jokes has been the guy at the back and Schultz. Akaash is just laughing. So I'm curious to know what Crystalia's beef with him is. He's not said anything that harsh yet. It's mostly been Schultz and the other guy behind the camera.
Someone gotta make that edit of Dalia coming into a girl's 18th birthday like Kramer said. Oh my god, yeah. Your birthday's making me thirsty.
Oh my god.
Nah, but in all seriousness, like
They used to be worse, isn't it? People complain about them slapping each other's legs and jumping up and down. They used to be way worse though. Let's be fair. They've toned it down a bit. Let's give them some credit. They've toned it down a lot. They used to be a lot worse, man. The jumping up and down and screaming and I don't know how, they've kind of toned it down. Let's not lie.
obviously more information came out. Like we were saying on the last podcast, Dalia came out with some receipts. Came out them receipts. And called out a bunch of the people that were accusing him. And look, as far as I can tell from it, maybe there's more information that comes out. This is what I would say. I'd say not probably. He likes banging younger chicks that are legal. barely legal. What did say it again? What did Robbie say, Mark? Yo, shout out to Robbie, man. Robbie works on Robbie Slovic. So funny. We're gonna have him on the show, but he works on the rants with me and Mark. And so he said this.
He goes, if 18 is barely legal, then 17 is just barely illegal.
That's so good. That's so good. That's so good.
So
TikTok.
So it looks like he likes younger girls, but legally younger girls.
You think that's why he got on Vine?
Why?
Because he got big on Vine 10 years ago. You think he was just like, yo, where the young bitches at?
Okay, that might be why Chris hates him. That's actually a good one. That's actually a good one. Is that why he got on Vine? Fucking hell. Okay, cool. That might be why Chris D'Elia hates him. That might be why Chris D'Elia hates him.
Oh, that's wild. I hope not. I hope not. I really hope. What, Mark? What? So, but look, yeah, and then it seemed that through all the text message correspondence, like he kind of like showed some screenshots of shorties, right? And the girls that were accusing him, and showed things that they left out of the conversation. You know, like that one girl who started the whole thing. Apparently, like, he deaded the conversation when he found out how old she was, and then she hit him back a few years later and was like, yo, I'm 21 now, I'm down to fuck.
Yeah.
He still didn't respond, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, still didn't respond. And then has a kid, actually, like a month later, and then Shorty goes crazy.
Yeah.
So, whatever. There's a few different ones. That being said, there's still a couple ones that are, like, a little iffy.
It's a lot of smoke.
It's a lot of smoke, and it's real close to 18.
Yeah.
So we're not going, he's a great guy. It's weird to like wait on birthdays, but I don't like putting the pedophile word on people unless it's 100% pedophile. You know what I mean? If he is a pedophile, he's disciplined. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like diabetics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't have sugar. You know what I mean? So it's like, where's the stevia?
Oh my
You know,
God.
what's the closest thing?
Right?
You know?
He's just intermittent fasting. You know what I mean? As soon as the
He's
clock hits 3 o'clock,
18-year intermittent.
give me a baby carrot.
Okay, that was one. And we're going to do quickly one more and then see what was said. This was from 4 years ago.
And we're back again. We had to take a little break, but let's talk about Chris D'Elia trying to make his comeback and getting matumboed, bro. they were not having it. Okay.
Every time they open these clips, it's always Schultz that's saying the worst thing. But I think Chris D'Elia doesn't want to go at Schultz because Schultz is more successful. He's the one that's more famous. He has more money and shit. But if you play these clips, the one that comes out with the harshest joke is Schultz. So really, Chris D'Elia should hate Schultz more. But I think he hates Akaash because he's an easier target. You know, he's an easier target to kind of like, you know, whatever, because he'd probably squash him. You know what I mean? That's why I think so. But so far, Schultz has said the way more harsher things about Chris D'Elia than Akaash did.
The young ladies were not having it. And what do you guys think, man? Is it a wrap for Chris? Is it a wrap for Chris? We spoke about this before, and then we had to cut it and then come back.
Yeah, people were saying crazy stuff. You know? Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
What do y'all think? Say what you think again. Say.
I think this is a period where they moved to Miami, right? Do you remember that grift, by the way? People in the stream chat. Do you guys remember that grift? When these guys moved to Miami because LA was like holding them back and the lockdowns, and there was a big like exodus of comedians going to Miami because they had like low taxes, I think, or something. There's a lot of crypto guys out there, a lot of startup guys out there. Do you remember that time? It was a very weird period where everyone was moving. I don't know if those guys are still there, but a lot of people went to Miami for a period and then they all kind of abandoned it after a while. But interesting place to live, man. Interesting place to live, I'd imagine, day to day.
Oh, I don't fuck with anybody who likes little kids, who fucks with little kids, who even dabbles too close to the sun. So
Yes.
I'm off this dude. I think he shouldn't be able to come back. Straight up.
Okay, fair play.
And
Now he says everything was legal and consensual. That was his line that he said twice in his first apology that I didn't feel like explained it enough.
Yeah.
Right.
But this is like, it's just more smoke, and it's still, I don't know, man. It still seems like he knows these girls. The way
she's alleging
that
they had a relationship when he was 17.
Yep.
She was 17.
when she was 17, right?
If he was 17, she wouldn't have been born yet.
I would have been terrifying, bro. I do not want to know about that one. That is some grooming for sure. Yeah. Maybe her first haircut. But she alleges that she was 17 and he knew it, and then he said that's hot.
And he took her virginity and he said that's hot. You're in high school. All this shit is hot to me.
Now, the thing that's interesting is where she lived and where they had sex, that is legal. Connecticut, I guess the age is 16. But you don't want to get pussy off technicalities. You don't want to get legal pussy off technicalities. We all know what's legal and what is illegal.
Yo, big up Shades Cow. Wagwan, big up Shades Cow. Chris should be thankful these guys made such funny jokes. I don't know about y'all, but I'm busting over here. That's the thing though, like, it's funny to us because we're not Chris D'Elia. But if you're guilty of this and these guys are making these type of jokes, it's gonna sting. It's gonna sting, you know? Like, no matter if they're funny or not, because you're the one that went through it, these guys laughing at your situation, mocking it, you know, at the heat of the moment when it was happening, it's gonna hurt. So I can understand why he's hurt by it, but still, I think Schultz and even the guys behind, the guys producing the shows, I don't know what the guy's name, the other black guy and the white guy with the fucking laptops, they've said worse things than Akaash has said. So again, I think Chris D'Elia is picking and choosing. He's being a bit of a bully. He's picking on Akaash because he knows he can fuck Akaash up. But really and truly, Schultz is saying way harsher things about him.
18 is legal.
Yeah.
Under 18 is illegal. We don't care what your state says. We all know in our hearts that is, you go to war, you go to the hotel room, you vote. This is what it is.
Yeah.
So yes, we're on the same page about that. If what she's saying is true, I agree with you guys. I don't think you can come back from that.
No.
Again, Chris D'Elia looks like a miserable person. He looks like all the joy has been sucked away from his life. But they're right. The fact that he still has a career now, he has to really thank his fans from the bottom of his heart. That's why I think he's been disrespectful from his fans from what we saw earlier with that clip, right? Where he's doing fucking crowd work. He's disrespecting his fans because his fans have held him down in a way that I don't think most comedians could be held down. He was accused of basically being a pedophile. He's technically not, as these guys have mentioned, right? I don't think there's been any concrete proof that he did fuck anybody underage. But the accusations were that he ran this cult, he was branding women, he was sleeping with underage girls, or at least entertaining that idea. The DMs were fucking crazy that were coming out and shit. The voice recordings were crazy. That documentary that guy released was fucking, that documentary of some guy that used to work with him released that was fucking horrible. Some horrible accusations. The fact that his fans stood by him and keep buying tickets, keep buying merch, he should really be thanking them all the time and making sure when he performs, he gives it his fucking all. He doesn't really, but his fans saved him. Because I don't think a lot of people would come back from this, if we're honest. I don't think a lot of people's fans would let them come back from this.
I don't think you can come back from that. Because if she has proof, like if they can go into the Snapchat or wherever the fuck it was and show that these text messages transpired, it's over, bruh.
That's a bad look. Yeah.
It's over. You knowingly did it. And don't give me none of that. Well, in Connecticut, they mature quicker.
Yeah.
Right? Like, nah, it's 16 to 16 or 17 to 17.
And that's what made his apology at first, like, kind of like a slap in the face, is like, I didn't do anything illegal. So it's like he knew this.
Exactly.
He knew about this shit.
You think he knew?
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, I'm going to say as much as I could say to get me off of this, but I know what I did.
And then the illegal thing, the thing he could that is
Like
illegal.
Epstein being like, well, there were no rules on the island.
It was not illegal with the rules, the laws that I made.
On my island. By your own island. If you're going to have sex with young girls.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what Chris is guilty of, is not being successful enough
to buy his own island,
have his own island where he could act out his fantasies.
Yeah.
No, listen, man, it's weird. Like, and we've talked about this off air, but like my gut doesn't want to believe these things about Chris.
Yeah.
My gut really doesn't. And it's only because of our interactions. And not like I could sniff out pedophile.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know if you've ever been around someone and be like, nah, that's a pedophile.
But I don't get that defense. My gut doesn't want to believe it. Why not though? If he's a pedo, he's a pedo. Why do you not want to believe it? He's not your best friend. You're not, you know what I mean? You're not brothers or anything. you obviously you do the same job, but like I don't get that loyalty. Like there should be certain things that should be an immediate, like, you know, disqualifier from me defending you. I think people should have that, but I don't know. These guys don't really have many morals or principles, but you should have a couple of things that should be on your list. I think one of them should be kiddie diddling. One of them should be kiddie diddling. One of them should be grape. You know, those type of things. That there should be no adjustment on those. Whoever does that, even if that's your best friend, you have to fucking cut them off, because that's a pretty heinous crime. You'd imagine, right? There's no really coming back from that. There's no excusing it. There's no moving on from it. Like that person should be dead to you. So I'm really finding it hard how he at the time was like, oh, I don't want to believe it. But why don't you want to believe it? Like, who is he to you?
Yeah.
Like, I think they hide that shit pretty
Most
well.
of the time, it's just a guy with a mustache and big glasses.
Yes.
Yeah, but he might not be a pedophile.
This guy don't look like a pedophile.
Doesn't look like one.
Yeah.
At all. But so my gut is going, nah, this is some weird misunderstanding, or maybe this isn't fucking true, and maybe he just got tons of pussy, and then there were some girls that he didn't know their ages that happened to be that old.
Yeah.
Like that's what my gut is telling me, right? But if this type of shit is true, bro,
Yeah.
it's over, dog. There's no more. It don't matter how cute video you post on Instagram with your family.
No.
It don't matter. It's over.
Yeah, there's nothing. I didn't want to believe it
If you're
either.
his wife
That's she.
and you find out that this is real,
She's out.
I don't know.
But the wife is twisted, though. We found that out during the time. The wife is kind of twisted. Christina's wife is really unhinged in her own little way as well. For staying for all of that, because I don't know, because I think, forget the even underage stuff. He must have cheated on his wife like 100 times, right? Like, let's just say like a rough estimate. He must have cheated on his wife since they've been married like 100+ times. So the fact that she stayed, like, fucking hell, that's a twisted woman. She's twisted.
Do you?
She's gonna be out.
What do you mean?
She's not sticking around.
You think that she's
I don't-
sticking around for what reason?
I think maybe she is choosing to believe everybody was of age, everything was consensual and like legal and all that. Like, I think she is choosing to believe her husband, which I don't necessarily fault her for.
Right.
I think as more and more smoke comes out, she's gonna be like, why? For what? What reason does she have to stay? You cheated on me nonstop. Now I'm finding out some of these girls are underage. You're asking for nudes, which is actually illegal, from a girl who's 17.
Oh yeah, that was the illegal thing.
That's the part that's
Soliciting
illegal.
The nudes, I guess, from a minor.
Yes.
And maybe there's some jurisdiction shit where like he was in a state where it is 18 and up.
Yeah.
So soliciting a nude from someone who's under 18 in that state.
Or maybe even just it's different because I guess it's like not if.
Otherwise, Connecticut got some wild laws. It's like you could fuck 16-year-old pussy.
That might be like a federal
Don't
law.
you snap it.
That's
Any
probably
digital feels federal.
yeah.
Huh? If it's digital, I feel it'd be federal.
Probably it's probably a federal thing, and federal is 18. So no matter where the fuck you are, state rules don't matter.
That's
This is
weird that
federal.
it's a civil case then. Like that it's not criminal.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, that's the gist of what they said. Still, my conclusion is Schultz was way harsher on Chris than Akaash was, but for whatever reason, Chris has a bee in his bonnet about Akaash. Let's go back to the video.
Oh, I have no idea what this. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's a good guy or not. My whole thing is, dude, this is the thing with podcasts. It's like, dude, beef,
bro,
with podcasting.
It gets the ratings though, Chris. That's why they do
you
it.
know what? Then you know what you are. You're fucking the Inquirer.
Yeah.
You're the
You're TMZ.
You're
TMZ.
fucking TM. What is your podcast then? If you're doing stuff, gossiping to get beef, to get clicks, if you're doing shit to get clips, dude, then you're the Inquirer. I don't give a fuck.
It's not that deep, brother. It's not that deep. They have a pre-existing falling out because of a show. It's not that deep. There is no big. To be honest, they all suck Rogan's dick too much, and most of them also are at the top of the tree. There's not going to be much podcast beef. Mark Maron's been the only guy to really step out and say something about the whole scene. And look at how he got ganged up on. Look at how he got jumped on. There is no big podcast beef thing between comedians, really. If anything, the comedians probably would much rather have all these commentary channels disappear and beef them than beef each other. They're all too addicted to clout and money and success and shit. the beefing wouldn't happen because it would fuck up their careers. You know what I mean? People would have to choose sides and shit. So they're not going to do it. They're all going to play nice. There's not a widespread trend of comedians beefing each other on pods. It's not the case. Most of them are pussies anyway. And they all want to play nice so they can go to different clubs and Rogan's club and appear on Rogan's pod and other people's pods. So there's not this big trend of beef. I don't think so anyway.
I hear you. And Chris is going to a little bit, but we need our views up. So let's start some beef.
Yeah. At least watch
I
this.
brought this up. I don't even know what this is. I don't know. But yes, he has talked shit
Go ahead
about
and play
me.
it for him, Nick. So educate him on this whole thing.
Yeah. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
What I find corny is my preference is not my women. Now, I thought it was I'm not dating my women, period, which is the corniest human being outside of a criminal to me, period.
Akaash only dates brown. Akaash has been with one girl in his life who is his wife.
That's my wife. That's an
So
Indian
this
woman.
is
that was
like
important to
loyal
me.
through and through.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses.
I'm actively trying to have an orgy because, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you fucking see him. His body goes crazy.
Nav is that
His
other
face
woman's
part
husband.
Always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband. I just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches. Okay, I have 2 butthole stories. So one time I met this guy on Tinder and I made the dumb mistake of letting him sleep over.
Not to pause it too much, but honestly, big up Jasleen, man. Hold on. I have 2 butthole stories. What a legend. What a fucking legend. I have not one, I have 2 butthole stories. Like, Jasleen's a fucking legend, man.
Like not really wanting to fucking hook up. And I like woke up in the morning and like my asshole was a little sore. Oh my God. And I remember that he what kind of porn do you watch when you use a vibrator?
Okay, not gonna lie, I don't watch porn while using a vibrator. What? I just think my imagination is vibration enough.
Wow.
I just think of like my own husband while I'm like doing it.
Wait, that's kind of baller, but I could never do that.
Yeah. And so I was using you and your husband split finances. And I'm gonna be really fucking honest.
I don't.
We don't.
We don't.
We don't.
First of all, that's a fucking red flag. I'm not like no joke. I love you girls. If you want to work, all for that, whatever. But like any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank account or isn't being transparent with his accounts or has separate accounts, that's a fucking red flag.
Not gonna lie, I imagine Slow Joe will say something like that, you know? That last point. I think Slow Joe is very much on that last point. I think she's on that point of like, I keep the house nice and tidy, I look after the kids, the house is a magical castle. Give me your bank card, you know? That's the exchange they have. So I don't really think Slow Joe is too far off from Jasleen in certain aspects.
This is not a...
But she knows where her bread is buttered. I think Slow Joe knows where her bread is buttered, so she would never compromise the bag, like compromise the literal Hermes bags to do what Jasleen did. I don't think she's that dumb. But I do think they have some similarities.
Two-way street. This is a one-way street. His money is our money, and my money is my money. And look, have I only made $600 from content creating?
Wow, I went up $100 from last week.
But that's my money, okay?
I don't know if you want...
Since last week, like more clips of her just
So this is
crazy.
just basically okay. So those guys got in a beef, and now they're just airing out whatever his wife has said ever that's slightly or more like.
Look, if you don't understand what's going on, can you just ask a question then? This fake pretending not to know. If you don't know what's going on, stop trying to think about what's going on. Just ask the question. So what's the issue then? Ask the question, what's the issue? I've just watched the clips. What's the issue? Then they can explain to you. The issue is that Akaash and fucking Fresh and Fit had a beef. Akaash was a bit rude to them when they went on the pod, and the Fresh and Fit guys got Akaash back by making those clips of Jasleen saying those mad things, you know, widely shared and shit. But he's doing this whole like, do you know what's going on or do you not know what's going on?
Like Hoey in their eyes, right?
Yeah.
Right.
No,
It's like...
wait. No. The Akaash apparently attacked not attack, but talking smack about the other guys about their choices in women.
Yeah, because they say they don't like to date black people or something.
Whatever, their choices in women. And then his...
Yo, what's going on, bro? Why is Nick talking about black? What's the deal with Nick? It's the second time he specifically said black thing. Like, what's happening with Nick? Is Nick all right? What's going on with Nick? You know, black people, you know, like black, you know, like black people, you know, like, you know, monkey black, you know, like, you know, Africa black, you know, swinging on the trees black, you know, like fried chicken black, you know, like, you know, fucking, you know, grape juice. He sounds like Nick Fuentes. Like, Jesus Christ, Nick. Two Nicks there. He's like, relax with the mentions of the black, bro. Also, I think this video is not synced properly. I think this video is synced weirdly or something. I don't know. I feel like his lips are moving more than the thing. I don't know.
Not attack, but talking smack about the other guys about their choices in women.
Yeah, because they say they don't like to date black people or something.
Whatever, their choices in women. And then his choice was that he was like, you know, I was a virgin and my wife was a virgin and all this stuff. And then all this stuff has come out about her. But wait, I just don't understand though.
Eduardo Madeira, 8925. He's a little trigger today. Eduardo Madeira, let me know where you're from, brother. Let me know where you're from and let me keep every 2 minutes mentioning your country or your people then. Let me know where you're from, Eduardo Madeira. Let me know your ethnicity. And let me keep mentioning your people every couple of seconds when I want to describe anyone but white. Let me start dropping your ethnicity every other 2 seconds to describe anyone that's not white. And let's see how you feel, okay? Let's see how you feel. Let's see how you feel. Let's see how you feel, my friend, okay? Black. Like, god damn.
He never watches her podcast. He didn't know nothing about this.
Well, no, but whatever.
I think it's a relatively newer podcast. So, like, they've been married for a couple years, and I think she started it recently. And
then she just started talking crazy like this. Mm-hmm. Like that part of it is crazy to me. You know what I mean?
What part, Eric?
No, what I'm saying is this. So he thinks a certain thing about his wife and his relationship and what they did.
If he does.
If he does.
Or maybe he knows.
Maybe he knows. And then he says these kinds of things. And then she comes out with a podcast and she's talking like that. If he's not down.
He bought a new t-shirt, by the way. Good to see Eric Griffin bought a new t-shirt. I just noticed he bought a new t-shirt. The neck hole isn't all saggy and loose. It looks like a fairly tight-fitting neck hole, at least. Looks like a new t-shirt, like a going out t-shirt. Does look like a t-shirt he bought in the pack of 5. It looks like a t-shirt that you could go outdoors in, you could go shopping in, you could hang out with your friend. Like a nice adult new t-shirt. Congratulations to Erik Griffin for buying a new t-shirt.
Down with that? Ooh, that must be.
If he's not down with it,
that must be weird at home.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like he needs to have talk at home.
That must be. I'm just saying, that must be weird at home. If he already knew and he's like, so what? Who cares?
Look,
I wouldn't
but
care.
The issue is he said she's a virgin. That's why he married her.
Say she's a virgin.
He's said in multiple podcasts.
Oh, I thought he said he was a virgin.
No, he said my wife.
No,
was
she
too.
was.
Oh yeah. Well, then that's okay. Yeah. Then if that's that, then. That's odd. Yeah, I don't know. Something seems.
My thing is this: like, if they want to, if you say something out of pocket to somebody, and then they come back at you.
This is all fucked up.
Yeah, it's all messed up. To me.
Why are they?
Like, I feel bad for that guy. Like, if I feel bad for this dude. Like, if he.
So what they're trying to do here is show that they have the maximum amount of empathy. That's what they're trying to show. I think they're trying to. I think what I'm getting from them is that they're trying to show to the haters, the channels out there that take the piss out of them, that even though Crystalia hates Akaash or doesn't like him because he says some things about him and his situation when he got accused of being a pedo, he doesn't like him, he still feels empathy and sympathy for his situation. So he's not going to dunk on him. Erik Griffin is now saying, hey, I know these fresh and fit guys have beef with him, but if I was a fresh and fit guy, I'd feel bad for Akaash because of what he's going through. It's almost like they're trying to. Was this a form of gaslighting? But it's almost like they're trying to subconsciously, indirectly signal that this is what people should be doing, like feeling empathy, brother. We don't know you guys. We just react off what you say online. Some of it is stupid. Most of it is dumb. Some of the stuff you do is bordering on illegal and you should be in prison for. But hey, white privilege and all that shit, it's all good. But that's all people do. They just laugh at what you say, what you do, how you act, the way you fucking put your thoughts together. It's not that deep. So all this like, oh, we have so much empathy. Oh, I feel bad for Akaash. All this nonsense, like, brother, most of us don't on the internet. Just check the comments, check the ratios. Most people don't give a fuck. Most people are laughing at the situation. Most people are just sitting back watching entertainment. It's not that deep for everybody, really and truly. But what do I know?
Really thought that, and he was saying that, and then his wife comes out with a podcast where she is being wild and telling all these stories, and he thought something different. That's like, damn.
I mean, I personally wouldn't care.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I know, but
if you care, you care.
No. But what I'm saying is, but you're not on here going, you know.
My wife is,
Kristen was, she was gonna be a nun and she changed her mind, and like, you know, and then she's on a podcast being like, my butthole is destroyed. You know what I mean? Dude, you went from your wife as a virgin to she woke up one day and her butthole was ruined. Like, dude, that's wild. I'm just saying, that's wild to me, and I feel for him. You know, so he got it because those guys you're talking about, that guy, I follow that guy, and he be saying some crazy stuff.
Myron Gaines?
Yeah. He said, like, there's this one where he's like, he's
on the other podcast?
Yeah. No, but he has some strong stances. Like, he wouldn't like me because he was like, if you're fat, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But you are a piece of shit. Myron Gaines is right. He's not right a lot of times, but in this instance, Myron Gaines is right. You are a piece of shit.
Oh. He's a guy like that. You know, he's a real like uber alpha male, but
imagine only Eric Griffin would look at Myron and think he's an alpha male, innit? Only a guy like Erik would look at Myron and be intimidated. Imagine. He's an uber what? Erik Griffin intimidated by Myron Gaines. It's fucking crazy.
I listen to his stuff and I go, okay, I understand why you feel this way. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But like what's going on with them? It's like, this is crazy.
So what's it? Yeah, I don't know. I just leave him alone, dude.
He hasn't been on social media at all since it, and they dropped a podcast 3 hours ago. It's with Dana White, so they obviously didn't talk about that either. And just 99% of the comments are like, "We got to talk about Akaash."
Actually, what's his social media saying right now? Actually, good. Let's see the comments. Oh my god, 86,000 comments, 4,700. Jesus Christ. Let's go to the first one. Release the Jaslene files. I'm guessing this is all or nothing burger. You gotta use deodorant. I think they'll milk this incident and make fun of Akaash. Indian serial drama type edit. He better say that he's in the process of divorcing the woman. If not, I've lost respect for the flagrant army. Divorce the wife. If they don't care, if he don't care, he doesn't care. They're just making money off of it. Myron meme. Akaash's wife got ran through before virgin Akaash. He told everyone she was a virgin. LMFAO. This shit's too funny. You don't gotta lie. Akaash about to be a dad. I'm calling it. She gotta go, dog. Release the files. Are they gonna apologize to Myron, the guy that banned us from tagging? The car. Can't wait to see which one they try and justify. Akaash would never discuss how wild his wife is speaking and embarrassing him. He only does real talk to other guys like Fresh and Fit. That was some great real ish. You can't turn a 305 into a housewife, a 304 into a housewife, sorry. Oh nah, I'm here. Gonna be here. Okay, Academics is there. Bradley Martin said LOL. Respectful discourse is gonna be good. Okay, cool. Let's see what the other one said with the clip. If cringe was a video, she wasn't shy with the white guys. Oh, Jesus Christ. I've never seen that many likes on a comment. 30,000 likes on that comment. She wasn't shy with the white guys. God damn. Babe, wake up. Annual Cuck Meetup episode just dropped. 31,000 likes. This episode was a complete setup to repair Akaash's manhood. Damage is done, brother. His wife already dropped too many bombs on their relationship. How she treats him. Quote unquote shy Indian girl had no problem talking about her fun times at frat houses on a TikTok. She is the boss. Akaash's loyal servant who has to work and pay for all the expenses to keep her happy. Take away the credit card and she will be gone in a matter of days. Know when to walk away. Jesus. This lame attempt at restoring Akaash's image is so cringe. 21,000 likes. She's lying through her huge teeth. 9,000 likes. You married a woman that doesn't like you, bro. Sorry. 15,000 likes. How was I not invited to participate in this episode? Even if to only stand behind Akaash silently as a warning. 5,000 likes. This is probably the worst damage control I've ever seen. 7,000 likes. The shy Indian girl that was getting wrecked in college and talking about it. 15,000 likes. We didn't see our parents kiss, so you saw your parents talk about orgies. 8,000 likes. Please stop mentioning your Indian identity. You're making Indian girls and women look really bad. We come from amazing families and have been raised with such modesty and love. Just say this is you, your character, your nasty desires, not because you are a repressed Indian girl. Can I say this as like a generalization? Am I the only one that's got experience of back in the day when you stumble across an Indian girl that is Sikh? Weren't the Sikh girls usually the ones that are always a little bit freaky? Even the boys, I'm just thinking about now, there was a guy I used to work with that used to kind of, he used to brag about how much he used to get it in. He used to kind of proudly brag that he was the king of pulling out. What was his name again? Forgot his name, but I used to work with him a few years ago. But I do remember Sikh girls being the ones that were really, they would be putting up numbers, Sikh girls didn't play. So maybe this is just a thing, she's Sikh, it is what it is, It is what it is. Jokes apart, you can clearly see it bothers him. Her saying excuses and his friends egging it on isn't fair. I'm not a fan of Akaash at all, but as a human being, it's so painful to watch the mistreatment. Not wanting to celebrate a man even for 24 hours. Staring at your engagement ring not once.
Bunch.
Big up Asad Aziz.
You don't get it, Oz. On Twitch, celibate means whatever you want it to, and in India, when you say choke me and tell me I'm your property, that means kiss me on the cheek.
Exactly. Choke me up, that means kiss me on the cheek. It's crazy. Exactly. Oh, I love this new era, by the way. I'm actually really loving this new era where you define what words mean. They don't mean what they mean. You define what they mean. This is the best time ever. Big up people with your stream chat. They invented Kama Sutra. That's true. Big up Akoila. God damn, they invented Kama Sutra. Exactly. Big up this girl. Let's finish what she said here. Not wanting to celebrate a man even for 24 hours. Staring at your engagement ring not once but twice when he proposed, and never kissing him but explicitly talking about popping your pussy for frat boys. Just doesn't add up, girl. Both men and women need to love and respect themselves before being in relationships, or you end up with these kinds of people. She gets shy to kiss her husband, but will talk about how many men she slept with online for thousands of views. Make it make sense. Too shy to kiss your husband, but not shy to talk about your sexual history and say you want to sleep with your friend's husband on camera. Make it make sense. Jesus Christ. So yeah, the comments are going crazy. Crazy. Is that another post? Is your wife, what's this? Look at the post. Seattle, second show added at the Neptune Theatre. Y'all ready to put up? Thank you. Is your wife going to do the meet and greet after the show? You owe Myron an apology. Your career's cooked. Sad story. Do you hate yourself? Keep pushing, King. Don't listen to nobody. Oh, this is so heavy, man. Is your wife gonna do the meet and greet? It's fucking brutal, man. Let's continue.
Yeah.
Well, I think too, a little bit of it is they're getting a little blowback, right? Because as much as Schultz and Akaash, I like those guys, but they do talk a lot about drama, right? And they talk about
if you live in that
issues.
world, then it's going to come bite you in the ass.
If you're going to play in that pool,
yeah,
then this is the other side of it. Then when you fuck up, now this storm's coming.
Yeah, but for me, just personally, my personality is like in this situation, I feel for Akaash.
Oh, Saint Erik Griffin. My personality, I have so much empathy. Bro, shut the fuck up, bro. He was known as one of the biggest haters ever. He hated Brendan before he even met him. Before Brendan and him even uttered words to each other, he hated Brendan just looking at him. Because he was more successful at that time. Brendan was selling more tickets at that time. He hated Brendan before he met him, before they were friends. Then as soon as he kind of found out that Brendan could help his career, suddenly he's one of his biggest fucking dick suckers. Essentially, he chose Brendan over Bobby Lee. Bobby Lee's one of his great friends, but he seems to like Brendan more. He seems to hang around Brendan a lot more. I'm sure it doesn't make Bobby Lee too happy. So this guy's the original hater. He used to hate loads before he got in bed with these guys. Before, even if you remember the law of Erik Griffin, I think he admitted on pods that he wasn't doing too well. He was somewhat struggling with comedy. Then COVID comes around and his career kind of takes a resurgence because he starts to jump on. He was early on Twitch. I think he was early on Twitch, either doing comedy or playing games or something. He was really early on Twitch. So he started to make some decent money being a comedian, doing a Twitch. And all that. And I think that was around the same time that Luis J. Gomez had a Twitch as well. I think Luis J. Gomez had a Twitch. De Stefano had a Twitch, I think, as well. So it kind of changed. He stopped hating. So now basically now that he's making money, he's not hating as much, but his origin story is being grumpy and hating. I think that might be the reason why Bobby Lee didn't do a podcast with him. That might be the law, I think. Because I remember there was this whole narrative that he was pissed off that Bobby Lee started doing a podcast with Andrew Santino, Bad Friends. I think the plan was they were meant to do a podcast together, Erik Griffin and Bobby Lee, but it didn't materialize. It kind of fell through. And then Andrew Santino came in and they, Bad Friends, rest is history. And I think he was upset about it. And I remember Bobby Lee talking about it and basically saying something along the lines of like, Erik Griffin's not the easiest to work with, He's a bit dour. He's a bit of a negative Nancy. So let's not do the whole like, I've got such a big heart, I'm empathetic. Yeah, now you are. Now you are, because you're not hurting. You're not struggling anymore. You're not as jealous or envious as you once were. Now you are. But let's not act like we were always like this, motherfucker.
Even though he brought this on himself.
Yeah, me too. I'm the exact
because
same.
he goes wild. Before you even said what you said, before what you said, I'm
yeah, definitely a good person. How about those girls that accused him of doing some weird shit?
I was thinking about that. I was like, well, I remember this guy going in on Chris, and I didn't like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, whatever, all of this. I just don't like.
No, you're a good person, and honestly, here I am. And I see this, and if he's dealing with that and at home or whatever, like he's talked shit about me. I don't even know the guy, dude.
Right.
So like
that was for clicks for them,
What? Yeah. They
talking shit
about me
because
for
he
clicks.
doesn't know you, Chris.
Yeah, they were.
So them talking shit about you is just for the views.
It was for views, yeah.
But again, if you're gonna play that game,
no. And listen, that's
you're
fucked up.
engaging in the drama
I think that's
and
fucked
shitting
up
on
to do.
people.
I think it's fucked up
then
to
it comes
do
back
because I didn't really know these. I don't know him. I don't really know a lot of these dudes talk shit about me. I didn't know them, and they don't know me, and they're just talking shit, and that's fucked up. They're doing that to get clicks, and they did that, and some of those guys, and not because of me or what they were saying about me, but they became successful off of doing things like that.
Correct.
Right? So that's what that is, and that's fine. Am I happy now that this is happening to him? No, it's all fucked up.
That's what
The empathy guys, the empathy kings, the empathy and sympathy kings. Chris D'Elia and Erik Griffin get no joy out of seeing Akaash going through what he's going through. I'm sure that gives him a lot of peace. That gives him a lot of joy to find out that two of his biggest ops that he doesn't even exist are okay with it. Oh, shut up.
I know
it
about
sucks.
you.
Yeah. I'm not in this world of, oh hell yeah, dude, fuck that. See, now you get what you dude, that sucks.
No,
this sucks.
That's because you're happy and successful.
If he
Chris.
wants to
usually the guys doing this, they have no other means, they have no other talent.
How can you talk about talent when all you do is make mediocre podcasts? Honestly. Someone needs to make a documentary or something about this like fallacy that people with money have. Like the fallacy that people with money have where they think because they have money or because they're successful, that it somehow means that they're talented. Like those two things are not, there's no correlation between being successful and being talented, especially when it comes to this sort of shit. Right? When it comes to that podcast and stuff, which is a lot of it is to do with timing. These guys started at a time early enough. You kind of see it with locals, you kind of see a lot with these local characters where you started early enough where if you just keep talking into a camera, you're going to be okay for the rest of your life. You just have to keep talking into a camera. You can't take a day off, you can't pivot, you can't retire, but if you just keep talking into a camera, you'll be fine because you started so long ago that you got this built-in audience that's always going to kind of be there. So that doesn't necessarily mean you're talented. It just means you started early and you've got friends in good like, I don't know. It's just a strange thing to say. Like a person with like minimal talent talking about talent is fucking crazy.
So they gotta jump in
now
the
you know
gossip.
the whole now you know how it feels thing. It sucks, dude.
No,
It
because
sucks.
that was so terrible for you.
If he wants to chat, I'm available.
No, but I'm saying that was terrible for you. That your stance is, I don't want anybody to deal with that.
No, dude,
Yeah.
and here's the thing: people are like, "Come out, say something." No,
Yeah.
no, dude.
Well-
If he doesn't, he doesn't have to address shit, dude. No, absolutely not. And people are like, I talk freely about everything that went on.
I wonder why you talk freely now, Chris. Do you talk freely now because your career largely hasn't been impacted that much? Yes, you lost your Hollywood shit, but you still get to tell jokes on stage. You still get to tour around the world. You still get to sell merch to adoring fans. So maybe you're only talking now because the consequences haven't been that fatal. They haven't been that bad. Reputationally, cool, you suffered. I'm sure the time was dark that you went through. But the only reason why he's talking now is because it's safe outside. That's why. Let's not act like, oh yeah, because you don't care. You cared, bro. This guy disappeared for like a year. Most likely he was, going through a lot of shit in that year. But let's not act like, it was like water off a duck's back. It wasn't. He went through hell when those allegations came out, right? Because it felt like every other week there was new allegations, new documentaries dropping. Let's not act like you were this big, bad fucking dealing with it easy kind of guy. You weren't.
And people are like, I wish you would have said something back then. I didn't want to.
Yeah. Also,
you know what I mean?
No. You know,
Not saying anything back then was also a big misstep. But then he couldn't have said anything. He couldn't have said anything because he was guilty. And he's still guilty. He knows it. He got away with it on a technicality, right? He got away with it on a technicality. It's hard to report those things that he kind of did to girls in the first place. A lot of these girls were like, as Schultz said in that kind of comedy thing, they were barely legal, So you can't really go after him for some of the things that he kind of did. So he got away with it on a technicality. Let's just speak clearly. Let's just speak like adults. He got away with it on a technicality. He knows it. We know it. The whole world fucking knows it. But let's not act like the reason why you didn't say nothing is because you didn't say nothing because you were fucking guilty. That's why. There's no explaining why you were texting these girls. There's no explaining why you were asking stuff about their birthdays and stuff. There's no explaining why you were making them wear their hair in a certain way. There's no explaining how you're treating some of these girls when you brought them back to your fucking hotel room after a show. There's no explaining it. So let's just leave it there.
But though, everybody's saying that now, but nah, you couldn't have said anything back.
No, you
Back
couldn't.
then,
You
yeah.
couldn't-
Back
because
then.
it was like
anything you said would have been
that was
so.
That's true. It's a good
that's
point.
the narrative
You couldn't have said nothing because you were guilty.
of what
Yeah.
people want,
Yeah.
But after a
Correct.
while,
Also,
you
they
go,
don't know what the fuck they're
but after
talking
a while,
about.
you
These
go,
are
wait,
fans.
this is like
They have no
6-7
clue what
years
you're
now.
dealing
It's
with.
like-
Yeah.
When it comes to Akaash, if I'm Akaash, I'd go, listen,
When he says his name, it sounds like a racial slur. I swear to God, it sounds racist. The way he says Akaash's name, the way he over enunciates and pronounces it, it sounds like he's being racist. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
when it comes to Akaash, if I'm Akaash, I'd go, listen, I see.
Yeah.
When it comes to Akaash, if I'm Akaash, I'd go, listen, I have no clue what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
When it comes to Akaash, if I'm Akaash, I'd go, listen, I see it. I know it looks bad. Me and my wife are good. We talked about it. That's all you guys need to know. Like it should stay in house.
Imagine getting relationship advice. Imagine getting relationship advice from fucking Brendan.
Should absolutely stay in house, but it's not.
Or if you're a kind of people that air things out, I would actually love to see him come on her podcast and talk about it.
Who cares?
No, I'd rather she go on.
That sounds a little bit drama-y, mate. That sounds like Erik Griffin watches too much Real Housewives of fucking whatever.
Theirs and have Schultz moderate that bitch.
Yeah, whatever it is.
I would never.
I'm not calling her a bitch. I'm saying that podcast.
I understand. Yeah, I would never watch anything.
Joe just
like
texted.
that.
You still calling people bitch?
Did you not learn? Yeah.
Yeah. No. I. Whatever. It's all.
I know, this is like-
he's got to feel like fucking shit right
But
now.
all
It
this,
sucks.
but again, but all of this, I just don't like. I don't like none of the stuff that's happening. I don't like how Mark Maron talks about people.
It's terrible,
I don't like
dude.
how Jesselyn talks
You know,
about
I don't.
people.
I don't like the oversharing.
Yeah.
like
It's just
like
dude.
I would come home. I'm gonna be mad at my wife. I'm like, first of all, you embarrassed me. Second of all, you got to talk about getting fucked in the ass. Like, did you think that was good content? Do you like you're trying to sign brands? Do you think these brands see you talking about popping your pussy with white frat boys and getting fucked?
How do you pronounce white? White. What the fuck is that?
With white frat boys
White.
and getting with white frat pussy with white frat boy, popping your pussy with white frat.
Do you pronounce white like that? How does he speak English so badly? With white. What the fuck was that? White. Why does he speak English like
frat
that?
Boys and getting white frat with white frat boys and getting fucked in the ass. You think that's a way to make money?
And that's why she only made $600.
Correct.
Yeah, but women are in control of their own bodies and they can be powerful if they want to. You know what I mean? So they can talk about. But then when it comes to bite them in the ass, they're like, "What the fuck?" You know, it's like, well, you shouldn't.
That's a weird thing.
And I'm not talking about her, but like whoever these fucking chicks are, it's like you shouldn't be talking about popping your pussy out.
What do you think? What type of damage do you think you did to your brand, Crystalia, when you were allegedly DMing underage girls? When it was alleged that you were DMing barely legal girls, what type of damage do you think you did to your brand? Also, Brendan, what type of damage do you think you did to your brand? Huh? What type of damage do you think you did to your brand? Being a dickhead to comedians, bullying people, intimidating people, talking over people, being a dickhead to your fucking co-host, firing people. Huh? What kind of damage do you think you did to your brand? What kind of damage do you think you did to your brand? Anyway, that's golden hour on Akaash Singh and the wife drama. I think apart from all the little, jokes I've made and observations I've made, largely they do make some good points about the Akaash thing. They do kind of echo a lot of the common sense points out there about Akaash Singh's wife spoiling or ruining the bag for her specifically, because every time that she goes up on her pod and reveals more and more about her sexual past, about her past in general, it kind of devalues Akaash's, brand or earning potential, as we've seen with the comments on his fucking IG. Obviously, in this era we live in the rage bait marketing era, all attention is good attention. So ultimately, if Akaash is okay with it, they will be okay with it. They will be fine. They'll benefit a lot monetarily from this whole drama. I don't doubt that in the future, we'll probably see Akaash Singh's wife's podcast blow up a bit more. She'll probably get a sponsor. She might get either a podcast deal.
Powerful bunch.
Big up Asad Aziz.
Rogan trashed Chris with Theo in Non-Protect Our Parks, some of his biggest shows. Why Baba don't keep that same energy
So
for Papa
true,
Toe.
so
Zaddy
true.
Zoe, Joseph Rogan,
So
Tink
true.
Bout Dis.
So true. So fucking true. So fucking true. I actually remember that. I actually do remember that. There were a couple of jokes that are thrown in there from Theo, especially that Rogan laughed at very aggressively. He didn't tame his laugh. He laughed very freely, So yeah, big up Asad Aziz. That's a fucking great point. But yeah, in this case, they were right at what they said. Maybe wrong messenger. Right message, wrong messenger when it comes to all these three. Especially considering especially the two at the table who've got, their own accusations and stuff about them and what they get up to.